Hi, I'm Millie.
And I'm Billy.
And welcome to our adventures.
Today, where are we going?
Today we are off to Fraser Island.
It's a wonderful little island. And to get onto it, you have to go through inland skip.
Yeah.
And catch a barge across to the island. So, drive out along the beach.
And only four-wheel drives are allowed onto the island.
And we have to then wait for the barge to come and pick us up.
So the way that the sand is literally a taste of things to come on the island. So this is just some footage of where we were waiting.
The barge?
We were just the first ones up, just waiting, and hey Bill, hi.
That's where the barge would come in.
And I couldn't figure out, I didn't know where the barge was, and then I finally spotted him. Just across there. Here we go.
On the other side,
there we go.
dropping off his and pick up more.
Yeah, a beautiful sunny morning.
So while we waited,
Had some breakfast.
yes, I had this lovely little snack, and Lena had a lettuce leaf and a carrot.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I had to keep my strength up.
Yeah, you do.
We're going to be a busy day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Delicious. Looks
Lovely
delicious.
feasting.
Yeah.
So, here comes the barge.
So cute.
Yeah, they just scoot across.
And there was about, you reckon, room for about 15 cars on the way back?
Yeah,
13,
the
15
barge
on the way
could take
back?
about 15 vehicles on it. And it travels backwards and forwards
Every 10 minutes?
30 minutes.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, but the trip across only takes about 10 minutes.
Oh, true, that's right.
But yeah, it operates from about 6 in the morning to about 5 at night. So we had to make sure we were all back in time to get the last ferry across.
I think there's normally 2 barges out there, but maybe it's low season, so there was only just one going back and forward all day. And here's us going on to the barge. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, you don't think about it at all.
No.
Bloke on there to line us all up, park us.
$105.
Yeah, to get across.
Yeah.
There and back.
Yeah.
Sunday special.
Yeah.
And once we stopped there, Lena got out and had a bit of
A
sticking.
bit of a look. Yep, we were allowed to do that, so that was good. And head over at the side and enjoy.
Some more vehicles that joined us.
Well, one of 3 really.
Yeah, there was only 3 vehicles eventually on the boat.
So here the tailgate goes up, shakes off the sand, and off we go to Fraser Island.
Yeah, and yes, off we go.
Off we go.
You're on the Fraser Island, but we had to lay our tyres down. It was pretty boggy.
Yeah.
So, but we couldn't go along the beach all the way because due to high tide, sections of the beach are unpassable. So we have to take an inland track.
On the way there anyway.
Well, part of the way anyway. So for the first 18 kilometres into the island, we have to take this sand track. And it was a bit rough and corrugated, but it was quite pleasant. Yeah, well, Ariel got a good workout.
So this was a corrugated road. They went part of the way until we reached a point where we could go back onto the beach.
Yeah. And then the rest of the major thoroughfare up the island is via the beach run.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why you need 4 drives, because there's lots of interesting things along the way, like creek crossings.
It's actually quite beautiful, the whole area there, isn't it?
So this was at a high tide, so we had to go through some softer sections first, and every now and then we would come across a creek crossing. It was all fresh water flowing off the island into the ocean.
And just look at that ocean. Beautiful. Beautiful day for it.
Yeah, this was about 10 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it was beautiful.
But like most of Queensland, you can't swim in that water because there's stingers. No crocodiles this time, just stingers.
Just stingers.
Yeah.
There were a few people fishing along this section that we saw. Not sure what they were catching, but yeah, it just looked like a beautiful spot to camp. And of course, we had across this creek crossing, had to slow down because the water would cut through and leave some pretty deep thoroughfares through. Fortunately, it's all fresh water. So get the salt water in the car. yeah, some of them are quite long. The outside of my car got a wash.
So this was inland. The vegetation just changed throughout the whole time we were there, but we've got a lot of fernery here.
Yeah, we're off to Lake Mackenzie, freshwater lake, and the road going in was a little bumpy. We're going through a lot of wombat holes.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
And this was throughout the whole island.
It took us about an hour to get from the coast into the lake and about an hour back out again. So it does. It says the maximum speed is about 30 kilometres an hour, but I don't think we've ever got up to it.
And it's meant to be one way, although we did come across someone who was coming the opposite direction, which was a bit tricky to get on the side.
Yeah, we had to find a section we could pass.
Yeah.
And allow them to go through. But yeah.
Especially when there's sides like this, it's hard to get
quite deep.
two cars through.
Yeah. Emily was just helping me track through this one. Without running her over, of course, that
would be helpful. So high-risk dingo activity, no food or drink outside the fenced area, and keep children close. So we had got to Lake Mackenzie, and we had our lunch in a fenced area. This is the fenced area here.
It keeps the dingoes out and the people in.
Yeah, because they can be quite aggressive. There was warnings about dingoes everywhere.
People have been attacked on the island.
Yeah.
Mainly children. They think they're like puppy dogs, but they're not.
This is beautiful Lake Mackenzie. Look how stunning that is.
It's all fresh water. The water actually is captured by the island and it drains into these lakes. So how many lakes are there?
40 lakes.
49 lakes of fresh water.
And the Fraser Island's 120 kilometres long. It has resorts and you can camp there if you like. Population of 152 and it's World Heritage listed as a sand island.
It was pretty cold that day, so we didn't go for a dip. But on a hot day, it'd be magic there.
And we were quite disappointed. We thought we didn't see any dingoes at that point. But then, on our way back, we spotted a dingo.
Yeah, so this character just sitting there, minding his own business. Yeah. Not sure where his mates were, but I'm sure they were right close by.
Looked really placid, but we were warned: don't
play with them.
Don't play with them. Don't feed them. Don't touch them.
Then we had to get back to the barge.
So this was just some footage of what it was like along the coastline. Plenty of room for everybody.
And this is at low tide, so there's lots of room along the beach to drop.
Yeah.
And a lot of that water is actually water soaking out of the ground, just fresh water in the streams. And we had to change drivers.
For a little wee bit.
For a wee bit? Mm-hmm. Look at this. Look at this. No hands.
Eating my cashews.
Holy hell. Not like you did munch out there.
That's right. Well, that's why I drove. So, we're going back onto the barge.
Yep.
There was 50, I think, we said that we
about 15 cars. Everybody wanted to go home.
So this is some footage just back on the island. I just wanted to show you because it looks like a beautiful karri forest.
Yeah.
But this comes to the end of this video.
So we'll wish you well and stay tuned for more sighting episodes.
Bye.
Bye for now.